book up wide and meet adventures that wait for you. Live and learn and laugh and play whenever your dream comes true. You could swim along the river all the way to the sea. You could fly up in the sky above the clouds and trees. You could plant a flower garden up on top of the moon. You could swing through the jungle all afternoon. Wherever our story takes us, I can't wait to see. Yes, friends, come and read with me. It's Online Storytime.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Online Storytime at your Grand Rapids Area Library. I'm Miss Tracy.
And I'm Teacher Missy.
And we're very excited to have you with us here today. So Teacher Missy, before we start talking about that really interesting thing we're going to talk about today, do you want to sing?
Oh, let's sing.
All right. Storytime friends, would you join us? And remember, if you're not clapping your hands, you can clap whenever you're not. Okay, here we go. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. And I'm so excited to hear a story. So, what do you want to talk about today?
Well, you know, this is just such an interesting thing to me because we're driving by all kinds of construction right now, on the roads, on buildings, on whatever. So we're going to talk a little bit about how they do all this. How they do this. This is building.
So how they build like houses.
Houses, garages.
Libraries?
Libraries.
Yeah, how you build a building. I find it fascinating because I don't know why they don't all just fall down, and thankfully they don't.
Well, and if I was building them, they would. I'm amazed how they just take a flat piece of ground with, you know, nothing on it, not even a sagebrush, and then pretty soon here we are. We've got walls and scaffolding and roofs starting to go on. It's quite a thing.
Yeah, and so many people are working on it. You probably can't see it from where you are, friends, but there is an engineer here, and they have some paper plans underneath their arms. Buildings, houses, all sorts of buildings, start with a plan. And my niece is an engineer, and she does stuff like this for a city. And they can't start until she signs off on the plans. So her job is to study the plans to make sure it's going to work. And then she signs off on them, and then they can start the job.
Are those called blueprints?
They are. Yeah.
Okay. They are called blueprints. And something else I noticed about our picture is, look at everybody. What are they wearing on their heads?
They're all wearing yellow hats.
They are. And they're like helmets.
Mm-hmm. I think they're called hard hats.
Hard hat, yeah.
Why do you suppose they have to do that on a building site?
I would imagine they're building up and things are moving around, and you know, if something should fall or they run into something, it protects their head.
It
makes sense.
And heads are important.
Yes, they are. Even mine.
Excuse me. Do you have any great stories about it?
I do. Hey, Miss Tracy, check this out.
Oh my gosh, look at that big construction vehicle on the front.
There is, and look at what they're doing. They got a big crane, and they got a big load of what I think looks maybe like lumber.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Oh, and the name of our book is Construction. And we just talked about what that means, putting up buildings and lots of different kinds of buildings.
Yep.
This was written by Sally Sutton and illustrated by Brian Lovelock. And it comes to us from Candlewick Press. Okay, now if my fingers will work. My fingers are cold, if that makes, if that gives me any slack. Okay. Dig the ground, bore down in the mud. That sounds like fun. Shove the piles in one by one. Slip, slap, thud. A lot of people working there. Look at them all over. Fill the holes, fill the holes. Let the concrete drop. Spread it fast before it sets. Slosh, slosh, slop. See what they're doing there? That's, okay, that's, and what is concrete? Do you know, Miss Tracy? What do we call that? There's another name for it.
What do we, cement?
Cement. Because probably a lot of people may know that, cement. Hoist the wood, chain and hook and strap. Swing it round, then lower it down. Thonk, clonk, clap. A lot of noise in this place. Cut the planks. Measure, mark, and saw. Earmuffs will protect your ears. Whiz, zzz, roar. Those are very loud. Those saws are very loud. Build the frame. Hammer all day long. Make the stairs and floors and walls. Bing, bang, bong. Look at how much they have put up already. Wow. Raise the roof. Drive the screws in now. Power tools will do the job. Ring, zing, pow. Build the sides, fit the doors in too. Lift the windows into place. Heave, ho, phew. Look at how big those windows are. You wouldn't want to drop one of those. Lay the pipes, twist and turn and click. Run the wires so you'll have power. Scritch, switch, flick. Spread the paint. Bend and stretch and stoop. Let it dry, then paint some more. Glug, glop, glook. Look at their clothes, they're all full of paint. Those are painters' clothes. Fill the rooms. Join the hustle bustle. Chairs and tables, shelves and books. Scrape, thump, rustle. Take a look at that picture. What do you think they built?
It feels very familiar.
Miss Tracy, check that out. It looks quite familiar, doesn't it? I see racks of books, shelves of books. Choose your books. Borrow all you need. The library's here for everyone. Ready, set, read. And look at, they are so busy reading. That is an awesome book. These are some of the machines that they used, if you can see our pictures here. And they talk about, and they also wear safety glasses. Yeah, which would be smart. And earmuffs. That's important because those things are loud. Wow. Construction.
Hey, Storytime friends, Teacher Missy.
Yes, Miss Tracy.
Are you ready for a flannel board?
I love the flannel board.
That's a great song. The flannel board, I love the flannel board. Let's play flannels board. Don't tell me we can't improvise. Okay. So as you can see, my friends, we have a wooden floor here. Well, I'm pretending it's a floor. It could be almost any kind of wood that you want. And what do we have up here? That's right, they're nails. And we got to get those nails down into that board. So we're going to do a poem called 5 Little Nails. Would you count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can anybody count them backwards with me? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, but while we're counting, that's not getting the job done. So let's get to work here, people. 5 little nails standing straight and steady. Here comes the carpenter with a hammer ready. Bam, bam, bam. Pound down the nail. He got in a little crooked, but that happens sometimes with nails. All right, my friends, now, how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4 little nails standing straight and steady. Here comes the carpenter with the hammer ready. Bam, bam, bam. There they go, right on down. Hey, we're getting the job done. 3 little nails standing straight and steady. Along comes the carpenter with the hammer ready. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, look at it go in. There we go. How many do we have left? That's right, 2. 2 little nails standing straight and steady. Along comes the carpenter with the hammer ready. Bam. Oh, that one. Oh, there he goes. Bam, 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 bam. Whoa, we're almost done.
Wow.
1 little nail standing straight and steady. Along comes the carpenter with the hammer ready. Bam, bam, bam. Our job is done. The nails are in. Time to go home. Tomorrow we begin again. And we can pound more nails tomorrow. Thanks for playing.
Miss Tracy, look at this one now. This is another book I have.
I think we're building something different.
Yep, this is not a school or a bank or a library. This is somebody's house. And if you live in a house or an apartment or wherever, a cabin, somebody built it. Somebody had construction to get it there. Building Our House by Jonathan Bean. And they look pretty busy. Look at there's the table saw we saw in the other book. Oh, somebody's doing some nails. And the cat's just watching. That's what cats do. Okay, let's see. Today is moving day. Oh, this is a big one. We left our old house in the city and we are moving to the country. My family is building our new house away from the road, back down a dirt lane. Our house will sit in the middle of a weedy field Dad and Mom bought from a farmer. My family makes up a strong crew of 4, and we have a truck named Willis. My brother helps Dad carry the tools, the right tools for the right job, he said. I help Mom carry the plans. A good plan for a good house, said Mom. Willis carries everything else. And we talked about that. You need plans to put up to construct a structure. Whoop. A truck towing a trailer pulls into the field. The trailer has a door, 2 windows, and a chimney. Dad tells the driver to park the trailer under the oak tree. The next day, a truck with a big, tall rig pulls into the field. It has a long drill that can go through the dirt and rock to find fresh water. The men who drive the truck lay pipes that will carry the water to the trailer. The day after that, a truck with a bucket pulls into the field. It has a long arm and it moves the bucket up and down. A man in the bucket works cautiously, which means carefully, with wires that will carry electricity to the trailer. We will live in this small home on wheels while we build our new house. During the week, Dad goes to his job in town, but on the weekend, he starts up Willis and everybody jumps in. We go to buy stacks of lumber from the sawmill. We collect piles of rocks from our neighbor's pasture. We bring loads of sand and stone in from the quarry. We gather supplies with Willis until the weedy field is filled with stacks and piles and loads of what we need to start building. On a clear, cold night, Dad sets the corners of the foundation by the North Star. One wall will face north to ward off the wind, one east to welcome the morning sun, and one south to soak in the sun, and one west to see out the day. When the weather warms, the ground softens, and Grandpa visits with his backhoe. "Are you ready to dig?" he calls. Grandpa follows the corners that Dad has placed, gently moving the levers that control that giant hoe. That's a big old shovel, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Big old shovel. He digs and dumps and scoops and piles until there's a square hole in the field. This is going to be our new basement. There it is. Dad saws boards that Mom hammers and nails into a form that will hold the concrete and rock. The concrete and rock will shape the foundation that will support the frame and make solid for a solid house. Dad lays rocks one on top of the other while we fill in the loud mixing machine. 1 shovel of cement, 3 shovels of sand, 5 of stone, and water till it's soupy. The machine rumbles and tumbles the ingredients into concrete. Mom pours the concrete into a wheelbarrow and then dumps the wet mixture next to the form. And that's the form that they built. When the concrete hardens, the form comes down and the foundation stands solid. My brother helped Dad inspect the lumber. "Strong lumber for a strong frame," said Dad. I helped Mom mark the lumber that Dad will saw. "Measure twice to get it right," said Mom. A drill, a chisel, and a mallet are the right tools to shape the lumber so that each piece fits snugly into the next. When every beam is marked and sawed and snug, we throw a big party. They're swimming in a pool. I bet they need a party. A frame raising party. Everyone visits: my grandfather and grandmother, my aunts and uncles and cousins, and my other grandfather and grandmother. My great-grandfather, our neighbors, and the workers from the sawmill and quarry make up a big frame-raising crew. There they are. Lots of people there. Our crew works until the sun set and the frame stands strong in the middle of the field. Mom makes a place for everyone to sit around the fire. We eat and talk and play until the stars shine and the owls call. Now the weather cools. Fall is here, said Mom. Winter is coming, said Dad. We work harder than ever because the house needs a chimney and a roof and siding and windows before winter arrives. But this year, the first frost came early, and cold rains fall early. The icy winds that carry the heavy snow blow early. The bad weather slows our work, but it doesn't stop it. When the snow is deep, Dad hooks a plow up to Willis. He clears the driveway so that we can get to town and buy a new stove. The stove warms the house when we start our work inside. Our plans show us where to place the walls that will make the rooms. Oh, here's a good picture. Miss Tracy was talking about the plans, and here's a good picture of how they do it, with measurements and where they want the rooms and how big they're gonna be. We plumb while the wind howls, and we wire while drifts pile up. We insulate while the days grow shorter, and then wallboard as they gradually grow longer. Oh, their cat has kittens right here.
Oh.
We work on weekends. We work in the evening. We work while Dad is at his job. And then finally it's time for another party. A moving party. This time, when everyone visits, we have a big moving crew. They bring rugs and chairs and lamps and help us empty out the house on wheels so that a truck can pull it away. Look at it, look at their house, how nice that is. And they've got all kinds of help to get their furniture in. Our big crew moves everything into the house. There they go up the stairs with a dresser. That looks like a little bit of a job. When Mom and Dad are busy, I show the crew where things go. Did you notice something? Miss Tracy, look. She's holding something that wasn't there before. They have a new baby. When Mom and Dad are busy, I show the crew where things go. And then that's what they're doing right there. Once the moving is done, everyone goes back to their homes, but my family stays right where we are. And their family's gotten bigger. There's a baby and a sister and a brother. It's our very first night in our new home. And oh my gosh, here are some real pictures of people building and little people helping in the cement. Wow, that was a lot of work, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It's no small thing to build a house.
Okay, my friends, who's ready to wave your scarf? So out of your storytime kit, I'd like you to find your scarf. And remember, if you don't have a scarf, you can wave whatever you want, even a sock, a paper towel, whatever. Whatever you got, you can wave it. Now let's give Teacher Missy her favorite green scarf.
Oh, the green one, green one, green one.
And she can be waving over, excuse me? Oh, of course. Are you sure? Okay, all right. Storytime friends. Giraffe would like to join us today.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Teacher Missy.
Good morning, Giraffe.
Good morning, Storytime friends. I know, Giraffe, today is such an exciting day talking about building. You just sit yourself right there, okay? All right, now first of all, we are going to do just a little poem about building a house, okay? But we are going to use our scarves to help us build the house. Here we go. This is called, guess what? Building a house. You got it, way to go. Okay, building a house is lots of work. Oh, can you wipe your brow? Oh, it's so much work. First, you dig up lots of dirt. Now my scarf is a shovel, and I'm digging up the dirt. Then you pour a concrete floor. Can your scarf pour the concrete? There it goes, there it goes. And pound boards with nails galore. Pound, 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 pound. Nice job. Doors and windows go in fast. Can you make a square with your scarf? That's not easy. Ready? Across, down, across, up. Just like a window. Across, down, across, up. Now your house is done at last. Hooray! Should we do it again? Okay. Building a house is lots of work. First, you dig up lots of dirt. Then you pour a concrete floor and pound the boards with nails galore. Doors and windows go in fast. And now your house is done at last. Hooray! And now you can live in your house. Okay, now we have a song. And I'm going to give Teacher Missy the words. And this song is called the Construction Worker Song. And we are going to construct things. Are you ready? Here we go.
Miss Tracy.
You're welcome. Got your scarf ready? All right. Well, first we're going to saw the wood. How do you think you want to saw the wood? Back and forth like this? Here we go. This is the way we saw the wood, saw the wood, saw the wood. This is the way we saw the wood so early in the morning. This is the way we pound the nails, pound the nails, pound the nails. This is the way we pound the nails so early in the morning. Now, our building's up. What do we have to do on the inside? This is the way we stir the paint, stir the paint, stir the paint. This is the way we stir the paint so early in the morning. Okay, your paint is ready. What are we gonna do? This is the way we paint the walls, paint the walls, paint the walls. This is the way we paint the walls so early in the morning. And now, it's time to move in. Hey, thanks for playing. What an incredible day we've had. We built a house.
I know, this was amazing.
Oh my gosh. And we saw what it was like to build a library. And there, we saw what all of the processes that goes into building a real building, a house.
A house, and how everybody pitched in.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
they all helped, and you know, that's a good example of teamwork.
That's right. And having lots of people over to have a party, but it's actually a building party. That was really neat to see.
Yes, it was.
But now I think it's time for us to say goodbye.
It is.
Storytime friends, would you sing with us? Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Story time is done today. Now it's time to go and play. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, you guys. See if you can construct something.